Today, from MetLife Stadium in New Jersey, it's Week 12 of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Zach Wilson and the New York Jets taking on Justin Fields and the Chicago Bears.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Today, it's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we've got a good one in store between the Chicago Bears and the New York Jets. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. Taking it about the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. We get our first look at this New York Jets offense, really retooled the last couple of seasons. And at the helm under center, second overall pick from 2021 out of BYU, Zach Wilson.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers, because the only excitement he really generated was the one interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
Ashton Davis showing his strength and quickness there, a loss of 4. The start less than ideal as they already face a 2nd and long. First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
And that is incomplete.
That was their first third down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key third down throws.
Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bears take over. The Chicago's offense running out, and something they hope to see for years and years to come. Second-year pro Justin Fields leading the way.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-to-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have a perfect game.
The numbers on the ground for Montgomery in last week's affair. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers, because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Fields throw complete there to Johnson. Well, that'll get them the first down as they get 9 yards out of that quick slant. A play fake, now Fields to throw. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Another try after the first down sack. Fields flushed out right. His throw incomplete.
That's not the first time they've gone his way on this drive, and they were obviously keyed into him because they were there to help break that pass up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He finds Hopkins complete. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. Running for it, Montgomery. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. On play action, Fields. He'll buy some time right. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Cole Kmet. Fields to Kmet there for a Chicago first. Montgomery back to the ground. He'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line. The Bears at 10-1 now on the year. They've been playing their best football of the year. Winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, and tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. David Montgomery with his 17th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bears will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. So both sides of the football contributing here early. Their defense forces the punt, and then the offense takes it down the field and punches it in on the short touchdown run.
And Brandon, that's good complementary football, and that's what they're going to need if they want to get out of here victorious.
Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was David Montgomery's touchdown run that polished it all off. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and now
and
they
out.
have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. From the gun on 3rd down, Wilson. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Wilson smart to take off and run with it as he's able to pick up the first. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Uzama. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, a run with Hall. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's again, I'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Uzama. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They'll run with Hall, and he is going to lose yardage here. That winds up being a 4-yard loss and leads to 4th down.
But they're certainly not neglecting their run duties as well as they ate up the blockers in front and allowed the secondary to get home.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fields now to throw. He'll leave it for Montgomery, complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Montgomery, they'll run for it. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the 1st. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Now here's a throw that's complete. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down. Now it's Fields. Again, it's Johnson. And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 35. And they're going to speed things up here. Fields on 1st down. That's complete to Mooney. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Throwing again on 2nd down. Fields. He'll find his man, Laviska Shenault. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Here's Fields. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. He's at the 40, the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. So they had a good drive going, a chance to build on this 1st half lead, but now you kind of feel like we got a new ball game.
And you wonder what the discussion will be now at halftime, because I think we were headed towards 1. Now it's a different discussion altogether. One side optimistically, the other side wondering what could have been.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on second down. Fields. And that is incomplete.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
They'll roll him out right. And he goes out right around the 39. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation.
He didn't like what he saw downfield, decided his best course of action was to take off and run. And that ended up being a gamble that did not pay off for him. Now they would have to gamble again if they want to keep this series going.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. Wow, so wipe out the INT, roughing the passer. What a disaster.
An absolute disaster, and you hope their lockers are not right next to each other for the postgame. Safe to say one is not buying the other dinner.
A final shot before the break. Fields rolling to his right. It's complete to Hopkins. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the lock. Halftime over, no problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Well, the final weekend of November is upon us. Boy, can you believe December right around the corner? It always seems to get here quickly. But coming up tonight, we wrap up the holiday weekend with the Packers and Eagles from Philly at 8:20 Eastern. And tomorrow night, we wrap up Cyber Monday with the Steelers and Colts from Indianapolis. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Here's Fields. And this will be caught by Mooney. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it'll be second down. Up the middle, it's Montgomery. And he's got room. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. 53 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Once more, Montgomery. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. David Montgomery, his 2nd TD of the game and 18th of the year. And the Bears have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. Hard to argue with that being their best drive of the game so far as they use the running game to get them into the end zone.
Couldn't agree more, partner. Prior to that drive, they sputtered a little bit, but it looks like they found the formula. I would expect them to go back to that more and more as this game develops.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback. Berrios deciding not to bring it out. So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. Well, Charles, you and I said at intermission, feels like we're set up for a good second half. Well, the other side scored. Now it's up to them to answer. How do they respond here with their first drive of the second half?
Well, bottom line is they just saw the ball go in the end zone against their defense, and they saw what good offense looks like. They believe they've got a good offense as well. Run the best plays you've got to the top performers you have and try to move that ball down the field for an answering score.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Here's Wilson. That's complete. It's Elijah Moore. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. There's Wilson to throw. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Wilson. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzama. And they're going to get this down inside the 15. The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, here's Hall. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Sometimes with the running game, you just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter. No time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
Now, that's the defense that they were looking for, being able to get extra bodies to the point of attack to deal with the big guy carrying the ball. You really don't want to be in a position where it's a one-on-one tackle with him.
And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. So a little extra time to ponder this 3rd and goal as we played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 3rd and goal, and keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Wilson. And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Zach Wilson. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Jets are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And an important one that is as we are all tied now early in this 4th quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And this one is incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Fields. That's complete right side to Kmet. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw is Fields. Flush to his right. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here comes the Bears punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And here comes Berrios. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Jets will take over. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the fourth quarter. Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over. Yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
Going up the gun, Montgomery. And room there to work it inside the 25. 66 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Fields sliding out of the pocket. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. They'll try the middle with Montgomery. He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. From the gun on 3rd down, Fields. Quick completion here to Johnson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. So give him the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. Deontay Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Bears have broken our tie and have taken a fourth quarter lead. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. But I don't know if last year as a rookie if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. And New York set to take the field. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive. Now Hall to start the drive. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Here's Wilson. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And this is picked up by the Bears. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Had some good yardage there, too, before he fumbled that football, Charles.
Yeah, just think about it this way. Running backs, as a general rule, they kind of know when the end of a run is near, and you notice how they cover up, right? They protect the football. Sometimes quarterbacks forget that out in the open field. After a while, you start to wonder, does the running back coach visit the quarterback coach and say, hey, I can help you with this. We can protect this and make sure we keep the ball.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Now it's Fields off the bootleg. He'll buy some time right. And the catch made by Hopkins. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Fields. This is Chenault on the receiving end. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. An ideal down and distance to try to finish this thing off. 2nd and inches. Handoff comes to Montgomery, and he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ball game. First down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So they come up on 2nd down, and they can get another run like we just saw. Would likely put an end to this thing. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. David Montgomery taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bears add on to their lead, and they are also closing in on a 5th straight victory. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And, Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep if they close this game out. Just a few snaps remaining. They can't relax just yet.
Santos with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Now they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this
is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Jaquan Brisker, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And even 100 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. The win for the Bears just around the corner. They go down to a knee. Down to a knee one more time, and that should just about do it. this was a very close ball game at halftime, Charles, but in the second half, that offense kind of kicked things into another gear, and they were able to pull away for the victory.
And, Brandon, I think they're the type of team that just looked in the mirror and said, hey, ton of pressure on, but we're the type of team that can flat out handle it. They stood up with confidence, and made it happen for a victory.
So for the Bears, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll return home next week to take on the Green Bay Packers. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the problems just get worse and worse as they fall to 2-9 now on the year. And they'll be off to Minneapolis next week